working from the top of our head all the way down to the bottom, just to sort of give yourself a bit of a rest day after 4 days of intense, and then have a bit of a rest, come on straight back on tomorrow. So just follow me for the first bit. We're going to work through the whole body in a 10-minute sequence, okay? So starting for me, just in the middle of your mat, just want to be in an all-fours position with your wrists in line with your shoulders. And just take a second here to sort of balance yourself into the mat, grounding your knees and your hands onto the mat. Taking a big deep breath in for me here. And breathing out. This time as you breathe in, filling your back up and turning into cat pose. And as you breathe out, chin coming up and bum tucking out. And again, breathing in and out. Same again, 3 more times, breathing in and out. And again, breathing in and breathing out. Last time as we breathe in, taking a big deep breath in. And as you breathe out, pushing back into child's pose and bring your bum down to top of your ankles. You're just resting here for a second and swaying your hips gently across the top of your ankles and stretching your fingertips as far away as possible from you as you can. And then coming back up into tabletop, and this time pushing those hips into the floor, chest coming out and squeezing your bum. And we're going to repeat that 3 times. So coming back, pushing your bum back onto your ankles, sliding your fingers far away. And coming back down into cobra. Hips coming down, chest coming up. And once more, pushing back. And last time, coming forward. Good. This time, digging your heels in, so your feet into the floor, and push back up into downward dog. Tucking your chin into your chest here for me. And stretching off those hamstrings, top of your shoulders. And then just creating a small tread with those knees. Coming down into high plank and back up into downward dog. You can do that 10 times. So pushing your chin into your chest and then coming through into high plank and back. Really stretching off your lower back here. Keep going. 10 times. You might want to breathe out as you push back. Halfway, 5 more times. And twice more through. And then coming back onto your knees here for me now. And then dropping back into child's pose and just stretching off. Bringing your hands around here onto the small of your back. And just resting your forehead down on the floor. Good. Coming back up into tabletop. Moving that right hand slightly further forward. You're going to thread the needle underneath. So bring your left arm underneath and push your back all the way up into the air. And really stretch off. You might feel a little click here in your lower back. Just go to where feels comfortable for you. And coming back through. Right arm through. Really sliding under. And back up into tabletop. And again, moving child's pose. But this time, I want you to bring your big toes together and your knees coming wider, so you're in a frog-like pose, and push back onto the mat. That's it. And then back through. Keeping those toes together. Try and get your hips to the floor. Hold that where it feels slightly uncomfortable and push through. And then drive back. 5 times. bring the knees back to normal and just resting into tabletop for me now here. Good. Coming back onto your knees, I'm going to go into a forward deep lunge using your right foot first and driving through that heel and stretching up. Really stretch off. Bring those hands down and repeat. Left leg in, drive that heel through and big stretch off. Same again, 2 more times. Right foot coming through, hands coming into the air. Push up, push up, push up. Good. And one more time. This time, as we come into a lunge, we're going to use the opposite arm to grab the opposite leg. So bringing your right foot forward, and we're going to stretch off the left quad with your right hand. So you might want to use your hand to place on something and stretch that foot back in towards your bum while pushing that front leg forward so you get a real quad stretch. Keep holding, pulling your foot even further in and release. Switching over to the other side, left foot forward, pushing through on that stretch, left arm comes round this time and bringing that right leg in. If it feels too uncomfortable at this stage, just leave your leg down. If not, try and get into the full stretch. If you want, you can pop your right arm down to support. And we're going to do the same again on both sides. Feel it start to ease off slightly, so right foot forward, right arm comes round, grabbing left leg, and hold that stretch. Pulling in as far as you can. And relax, one more time. Pushing through, big stretch through, and grabbing that leg. Good. Hold that leg, and release, but stay in this same lunge for me first. I'm going to go into runner's lunge, so bringing your hands to the inside of the opposite leg. So there's 2 options here. You can either stay in this position, or you can bring your elbows to the floor and stretch off that left inner thigh. And coming back up, chest out, and hold. Good, coming back, right leg forward, pushing in, and again, hands coming through onto the inside of that right foot and stretch off. You might feel your flexibility here is not where you want it, but just keep pushing through with the stretches, and week by week you should feel a tiny little difference. Good, and coming back. And then coming into standing position on the mat. Standing at the back of your mat, what we're going to do, we're going to unravel our spine, imagining bit by bit you're loosening off each piece. So letting your feet come about hip distance apart, arms becoming loose here now. And let your shoulders gently roll with your chin tucking into your chest. And just imagine you're peeling away every tiny little bit of your spine. If we move gently down the body, keeping your hands on your legs, and just very, very slowly peeling away that spine. Until you gradually end up with your hands just gently hanging below your knee. Go as far down as you can. Push into that stretch, tucking your chin into your chest and hold. 2 big deep breaths here for me. And one more. And very gently feeling back away. Slowly, slowly coming up. Imagine the bottom of that spine just clicking away one by one. Very, very slowly feeling away as you come up. Unraveling that spine just piece by piece at the bottom. Your shoulders come back to standing, and then bringing your arms up above your head, really stretching off. I'm going to go back once more. So letting your hands come down, shoulders rolling gently first, and that chin tucked into your chest the whole time. Slowly rolling those shoulders down. Breathing through the stretch, try and get as low as you can with your hands, slightly lower than last time. And very gently rolling back up. Slow as you can now. When you finish, returning to standing, and again bring your hands up in the air and stretch off. It's coming down onto the mat for me here. Just to finish off, just really overextending those arms, giving yourself a cuddle, so wrapping up and relax. Back round and relax, that's it. Really letting your arms be free. Bring your arms up and relax. Up and relax. And just letting your head turn round to the side and coming back round to the other side. Letting your head just dip in as you go. And your head drop all the way back behind the back of your spine and rolling round to centre. Let your head slowly return to centre, just looking left for me across, looking right. And that is you guys finished, so you can use that stretch whenever you like. You might feel slightly stressed, want to wind down.